Okay, so for the past many videos you guys watch, what do you think in terms of the contents and the different platform and so forth?
For the first, you show the historical evidence and cracking up all this beliefs system, because everything can be traced back in the history. Everybody can backtrack it. And also it show very clear that the 1875 Wing Chun is a totally different animal. It's not the 1850s Wing Chun. And you show it both technical wise, you show it historical wise, and you also show the training methods wise, why it's different and how it's different. So everybody can test it out by themselves, and they will have the feeling in their body and the cross-reference of everything, and do their own research in the history. If they don't believe you, go to the history and grab out all the history that is available. And then they can backtrack it, and then they can try it out. And when they try it out a couple of times, they will notice that their body develop. They get a body awareness that is crucial to be able to handle the 1850s Wing Chun. Because if you can't manage your body to support what you're doing, what do you have? If you don't have the breathing, if you don't have the physical training, it doesn't matter what techniques you come up with, because you can't use it, because your body doesn't support it. And that is the key point. And you need to try it out to feel it, to get the feeling for yourself, because just looking and watching and don't try it out, then you're just guessing again. You really need to try it out. You need to try it on your training, your exercises, when you're building up your body. Try out the breathing methods, and then you will see. You can track it with your smartwatch. You see that your pulse is going down with you when you're doing the correct breathing. When you're doing the physical activity, you will be able to measure that your CO2 getting better, and your body strength getting better. So yeah, that is my brief summarization of the videos the last couple of days. And they are good. They're really good. Really explaining very deep, and don't put anybody down. You're just explaining what it is. This is what it is, and this is how it's performed.
Okay, what I think I agree with this, and the post 1875 is more like, I would say not technical. They all techniques, and with these techniques, they're chasing hands. All of them claim not to change to attack the center line, all this stuff. But at least at the end, they're still chasing hands. They do a block here, block there, and this and that. And while it's in the 1850, you have the technical level, and you have the technical and the tactical level, which are two different stuff. Technique is good, but at least you have to know the technique. How do I, when I go in, how do I can I control my opponent? How can, okay, he's doing all like you explained the last time. He's attacking always the same, with the same techniques or the same punches, and okay, now I can go out and finish him up with my technical level. And this is really important, and talking about street fight and all that stuff. This is really dangerous, because if you're chasing hands, you like General Chichikwan said, never block, dodge, move away, and attack. And like in the Short Strike Foundation class, what I learned is shoot in, fill in, make space, and attack again. So you and use my four hands. I have two hands, and plus pressure in, and plus attacking with the knees. So it's a complete different thing. So it's more tactical 1850 Wing Chun way, and the post 1875 is more like a demo. So the Chiso, what is Chiso good for? You never had the chance to get in contact because it's always high speed, and it's really dangerous to tell people, or irresponsible to tell your students, okay, if you learn Wing Chun, you're gonna defeat everybody. So yeah, good videos. I really like them both. All the videos you posted the last 2 months or even more, they're really, really, scientific.
What I get into is not even this. What I'm getting to is not even this. Okay. What I'm getting into is people today have no idea what is the real Chinese martial art is about. So the whatever one need to get out from my video is that two level of training, the technical level or the fundamental level and the tactical level. You look around, if your martial art do not have that, there's a kiss of death. It never works. Now, you look it back. I'm not actually trying to compare the 1850s and 1875 platform of Wing Chun. I am not pushing 1850s platform, and I do not obsolete the 1875 platform. The bottom line, the serious thing, extremely serious thing is this. If you do not know that two-level models, what do you know anyway? How can you make a judgment to know that what is real, what is a very limited type of practice? You can. So when Chi Chi Guang talk about those in the tactical level, everybody don't understand what the heck. How come I don't have Chi? How come there's no Chi, like Tai Chi and all this kind of thing? Why? Because the entire China right now is missing that tactical level. How the hell are you going to fight Xi Xiaodong? Why, you guys practice so different martial arts. You go practice BJJ, you practice MMA, you look at that, is this the tactical or not?
It is tactical, because if I compare it with BJJ, for example, when we spar, and I know my training partner is always doing the same thing. Of course, I'm going tactical because okay, he's doing the same thing all the time, and what I do, I sweep. Depends on what he's doing. I sweep and then attack him right away because I know his weakness.
No.
And this is tactical.
No.
Tactical.
Didn't everybody fight in there? When it comes to fight, real fight, they go to the tactical level. It doesn't matter Thai boxer or anybody. Nobody is idiot there, standing there, go straight line with you.
True.
That's what I show. Since 1975 in Kyokushin, you look at all the Kyokushin. Isn't it tactical? You look at Western boxing, even Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. You look like the Gracie family. Isn't it tactical? So who is not tactical? Now, are you going to tell me that you have this Chi, magic Tai Chi, internal art? You don't even practice the tactical sparring. If you don't have sparring, you never train in tactical. So where's your Chi? How does it work in the real life? It doesn't work. That's why the Chinese martial art today is completely screwed up in a big time. You look around, who practice tactical? Beside the wrestler, the Chinese wrestler. So in Wing Chun, the serious problem is the tactical and the foundation technical. That two have to be intact there. Otherwise, what are you doing? You say you talk about fighting in the street. Fighting in the street all is tactical.
Always, always.
Okay.
What I also found good, Hendrik, is in the video on YouTube where you just showed when you did the demo with Jan concerning the force flow. You right away said, okay, this is not tactical. This is something else, you know. And this is really important that people know that, you know, force flow is not. It's not
Okay.
fighting. It's just, you know.
Now the thing is that
I find it really good.
Until, you know, it's not about my presentation is good. It is like this thing is at the end of the edge. It's like you're falling down to the cliff. If you don't get this thing clear, the entire thing screwed.
Right.
So you need to know what is what. If you want to play the games called martial arts, you better know what is what. And the thing is that, as what I point out, that's why all these martial artists, most of them, Chinese martial art, even all these grandmasters, they don't understand what General Qi Ji Guang wrote. Because they never been there. They never trained that way. They have no clue what is going on. And then they keep on telling you, we push hand. We just are using this power, whip power, whatever power. You can have all the power. But you meet one guy who is tactical, you get KO in seconds. Because you have no idea how to play that game and you are not proficient with that. Do you believe that if other people using tactical, then you say, I want to use my feeling, my chi sao sensitivity to react at that time? Forget about it. You are walking into other people's setup. It is a combinations. Your sensitivity will not be able to sense that and doing change at the fly. Unless you have the tactical fighting experience. And even if you are tactical fighting experience, at the moment you got into somebody's setup, you're going to get out right away. Or if you have a way of handling it, have trained something, you're going to go in for them, even exchange punch or exchange strike. Nobody get out clean, okay? Now, if you don't know that tactical level, you don't know this basic level, and you don't even have a full training on that fundamental level, you have no idea what is a force flow, what is a momentum, what is a breathing. How the hell are you going to go do anything with it? You're going to send people like this into the street. And many people told me, oh, you know, in Hong Kong, we fight this way. I said, why don't you go ask Bruce Lee? If that is a legit thing, why is Bruce Lee in 1969 said that those things, Wing Chun and Chinese martial art, he looked at it as land swimming? You don't want to ask me. You asked Bruce Lee 50 years ago. Didn't you say that he's the king of Kung Fu? Didn't you say that he is the guy who practiced Wing Chun, that's why he's a good fighter? So ask the guy. So why is one cut away the reality part and start promoting, continues the promoting nonsense until today, 50 years later, you make enough money and now the entire thing collapsed. There's a reality. Now, do you want, so what I say, I don't even care for 1850s, 1875. Everybody can do whatever they do. But the basic education, do you have a straight mind to think on what the heck you're dealing with? What are you getting in? That's why you never be able to fight the Western boxer, the Thai boxer, because you're living somewhere else. Now, another part is about this lineage stuff. I chop it off to two platforms, 1850s and 1875. Why? Because all your lineage stuff is created in the 1875 platform. Everybody have their story. 1850, there's no lineage, sorry. That's why 1875, you not be able to link to Shaolin, not be able to link with Qi Ji Guang and the entire Chinese martial arts history. You cannot link with it because you made up stuff. Oh, Ji Sim go to Red Boat to teach Tai Fa Ming Kam. Are you serious? Like the other day, I shared with you yesterday on this. Liang Zhan learned Wing Chun in 1850s with the two Red Boat opera play. Are you serious? 1854 is the war started. The entire thing is a mess for the next 7-8 years. People get killed and everything. Go to Fat San and check on Liang Zhan. Where is he? Okay. So you're creating something which is not exist in the history. What can those things last? And that's what I said. 460 years ago, Qi Ji Guang fight the Japanese who have a samurai sword and jiu-jitsu. 460 years later today, the jiu-jitsu, the Japanese descendant have the judo, and judo evolved into the BJJ and everything. Still, it's pretty, how to say that, feeling the world, okay? In that part of the art is dominant the martial art world. Like in the MMA, they use it and so forth. Where is your descendant of Qi Ji Guang where 460 years ago, your ancestor be able to break that code? You don't have, and you end up with Tai Chi, all this bullshit, okay? So that's why when Xi Xiaodong said, you guys are fake, nobody be there and nobody be able to say a thing. Because you don't know. You don't know what you're dealing with. So you don't read history. You don't know what martial art is about. How are you going to carry your Wing Chun? So that's why I said, I start another platform. So anybody who want to have an education, I'm not saying that you become the best fighter or the ultimate grandmaster like in the Hong Kong movie. Forget about those, just education. Make sure we know straight that if we never have a tactical training, don't go near for the fighting. And stop selling those nonsense bullshit internal. Those people have internal, let's get it up to the ring, MMA and so forth, and see how many seconds they can last. Internal is actually an insult to General Qi Ji Guang. An insult. Because it is like making like the ancient have no clue on what is the real fighting. Like usually people say, when you say, oh, practice Hong Sing Chai Lei Fat, oh, there's external art, we have this internal. Hong Sing Chai Lei Fat, fighting in the 1850s war, fighting in the Japanese invasion. Where are you guys, Tai Chi guy? Which is internal people. Where are you? Besides talk, what do you have? Can you show in the history? You check in the history. Hong Sing Chai Lei Fat participate in the War of Taiping, participate in the war of protecting China from the Japanese invasions from the Canton side. Their grandmaster do that, their people sacrifice. Where the hell are you? Beside the big talk, I'm the Tai Chi master. I touch people fly. Are you really serious? Which war are you involved in? The same with Wing Chun. Everybody have this secret, authentic, and it turns out that it is made in after 1900s. Have you ever go to the war? Really anti-Qing? Sure, when you are in Asia, in Hong Kong, say 1960, you add up some boxing, and then add up some Tai Chi, and then you can beat the normal common people. But why is Bruce Lee tell you that that is land swimming? Didn't Bruce Lee practice those type of Wing Chun? So for me is that, hey man, it is waking up call, okay? What are you trying to do? And today, the other day, I just saw somebody who have this magic hand and all this thing. And what the heck is that? Stop using Wing Chun. If you are really a grandmaster or great grandmaster, use your own name. Say, this is my martial art. Don't start to keep using Wing Chun name. Because you don't know what the heck is Wing Chun. Okay? You want to start whatever you are, you have free to that. But Wing Chun come with a responsibility of the historic. And if you use Wing Chun to brainwash people, to screw the entire thing up, is that proper?
No.
So that's why I say, you look at 460 years ago, the Japanese have their jiu-jitsu, they fought the Chinese, the Chinese lost. The Chinese cannot handle it. Even General Qi Ji Guang, at first, it cannot handle the Japanese katana. Guess what? In one of the battle, one of the Japanese warrior died. They found a scroll of the katana, and General Qi Ji Guang bring it back to his army, break the code, and after that, the Japanese samurai lost to them. So where is this 1,000-year Tai Chi, Chinese martial art from Taoist bullshit? Even General Qi Ji Guang has to get the scroll, decode it, and then break it. So Chinese martial art, the power of Chinese martial art is not about there's this Tai Chi Taoist have all the answer. No. It is like Qi Ji Guang. It is the mind be able to break that thing very fast and then come up with something and completely get rid of the Japanese pirate invasions.
And the problem, Hendrik, is also that now Westerner start to make it even the internal part, make it mystical. You know, even Westerners start with the nonsense stuff, which is creating more chaos.
That's what it is. That's why I said China never have the ultimate martial art. Why? Even General Qi Ji Guang, 1560. Before this, whatever writing here is created, the Chinese lose to the Japanese warrior left and right. Okay? Until General Qi Ji Guang break the code, crack the code, and then do a design and defeat them. So don't go give me all those bullshit mysterious stuff. Is it an easy war? Of course not. It is blood and sweat, really heavy war. Just read this book. How is he train his army? So you guys want, my father is the grandmaster. I have this secret, like the other they said, when the mind is there, the energy is there. When the energy is there, momentum start. Hey man, 460 years ago when they're fighting the Japanese, the ancestor of the jiu-jitsu today, it is blood and sweat, okay? It's about body weight, speed, endurance. No bullshit of this, oh, philosophy, nonsense. You know where is those philosophy from? In the beginning of 1900, Western thinking, philosophy or whatever start to get into this Chinese thing. And they use the Western philosophy mindset to think what the Chinese think. That's why you end up with 30 years. You can see in the market, 30 years, they have the translations of General Qi Guan, but none know what the heck is going on. It's like Dick, you are in Sweden. Can I imagine? Oh, how is the Sweden people live in their family? And then I just say, oh, this is how Dick will live in their family. Or how is your Italian, you know, like Daniel, you live. How the hell it is? Okay. Okay, I mean, so it becomes like that. And then you have
Right.
all grandmaster and all those things. So my bottom line is this: it's an education problem. I don't care you are 1850, 1870 or whatever. For heaven's sake, get the brain straight. Otherwise, you are going to run into problem and you are risking your life. And then the school you open is a scam school. I know a lot of people today will be victims. But it's easy. You got the 2-level model I just shared. You just fix whatever you have. And then you can be friend with the MMA friend, karate friend, Western boxing friend, BJJ friend, and then you can grow healthily. Stop stuck into this mysterious thing. My grandmaster, this grandmaster, the king of Wing Chun. King of Wing Chun what? In the history, have you ever heard about King of the Wing Chun? You don't. That's why, you know, in all those post 1875 stories of Wing Chun, you always have this King of Wing Chun, Liang Zhan, and then you have some other people wrote about Liang Zhan didn't teach a proper Wing Chun, and then you have this Tai Fa Ming Gam have the say all bullshit nonsense. Why people make it up? Did Tai Fa Ming Gam say that? We don't know. Did Liang Zhan say that? We don't know. But other people make it up. Like making the Yip Man movie. Is that like that? Is Bruce Lee like that in the Yip Man movie? So the Chinese love to have this bullshit for the past 100 years. Like the other day, one of my Siheng in the Hong Seng China Fat say, you know, Hendrik, they are making a story that the founder of Chile Fat fleet to United States and then like San Francisco, and they kill a tiger bare hand. And then he said, Hendrik, have you heard anywhere in San Francisco have tiger? So he said, stop all this nonsense bullshit. Okay, that is actually putting down our own ancestor because you create nonsense bullshit. You know, like if you really respect your ancestor, you don't say that. So that's what my Siheng told me. He said, I don't even know. I don't get it. Why is people become like this now?
Isn't it in Asia, the term grandmaster doesn't exist even?
So, okay.
In Chinese, there is no grandmaster.
You know, time's up.
Yeah.
This thing need to be fixed up. Otherwise, it's just a mess, okay?